Hello and welcome to my new video. This video was firstly made to thank all my followers on Facebook for the 2K followers. Yeah. But to be honest with you, I've always wanted to make this kind of video showing my digital process. And yeah, so here it is. Let's go. Okay, since I have only like one question on my post, I'm going to talk about my process later in the video. But first, let me answer the question of someone named Christelle. Okay, so hello, here is my question. How do you get inspiration for your artworks? Is it from people or from situations? Thank you for your answer. Okay, first of all, thank you for your question. So how do I get inspired? It really depends on the situation. Sometimes I get inspired when I'm in a certain circumstance, mainly based on my emotions at the moment, mostly for personal projects, the illustrations that I post on my page and things like that. So yeah, I got an emotion. I, for example, feel depressed or sad, or rather the contrary, I feel happy and I want to share that joy with people. So I create something. In fact, the thing is, it's like making my emotions concrete, like creating something to externalize. I don't know if it's the right word. So yeah, this is it. But when it is works, like projects from clients, most of the time you are not always like very inspired, but you have deadlines, and so you need to work. So the thing is, when you work as a creative, you kind of learn to get inspired. Like you have your own process of getting inspirations. And mine is, I have many resources. Like I have many bank images. Bank image, I think it's the right word, yeah. So I have like many references that help me find inspirations, references. I got a lot on Pinterest, for example. I got a lot of boards, many boards, yeah. Got many boards, and most of the time I use them as references. So this is one way. Another way is like really taking a break and go find inspirations, like in books or maybe outside, taking a few hours to just walk or just meet people. Yeah, honestly, I don't do it a lot, but I found what I need in books and maybe in movies too. And yeah, I'm a very introvert person, so I don't I don't go out that often. So I try to find inspirations with what I have in my studio. So yeah, mostly it's books and movies. And yeah, that's it. So one way or another, you need to get inspired. So you do what it takes. Yeah. So I hope I've answered your question. Okay. Okay, what to do next? So in the video you're watching, I've done an illustration of Rapunzel, one of my favorite Disney characters. I like her because she's very cute. I like her personality and how they created her. She's very Hufflepuffy, so maybe that's why I like her. Yeah, by the way, I'm a Hufflepuff for those who don't know. Yeah, just a detail. So my process is I've done a sketch before jumping to the digital thing. So I don't do it often. I mean, I don't use, even though I have many sketchbooks, I don't use them as much as I would like. Yeah. So I've done a sketch and today I've decided to digitalize. What is the right word? I've decided to work it on my software, which is Krita. I've been using Krita since I started digital painting 2 years ago, or 3, I don't remember. Yeah, but it's the only software I'm using. I don't use Photoshop. I don't know why. Maybe because I found it very difficult in the beginning. But then I realized it's not that difficult and we are all the same, but it's just that I have personal attachment to Krita, which is a free software and created by creatives. What am I saying? Yeah, it was created by artists, and yeah, I had very good experience with that software, so yeah, I'm still on it. So I start by let me watch. So in my process, I use a lot pen tool, which is a great tool. And I don't use specific brushes. I mean, I always try to use the free options that came with a software. Yeah, because I don't like really the fact that I need to rely on something. So I'm trying to be as independent as possible, as if I do it traditionally. So I use very few and basic brushes on Krita. Most of them you can find when you download the software. And so when I'm creating an illustration, I have most of the time I have my references opened in another corner of the screen. I have boards for each theme I'm working on. So earlier today I've created board for Rapunzel reference. Yeah. So I have it open just for inspirations and maybe color reference and things like that. Yes, because I'm not a magician, I cannot guess. And while it is open, I'm also trying to imagine. I'm trying to imagine Rapunzel. I don't really like relying on the references, even if they are important. But I just take a look at the boards whenever I'm stuck on something. Yeah. apart from that, I also like very colorful images. I always edit the colors at the end of the process. I always like to have a kind of very contrasted image, showing the main colors. In this illustration, it is red, pink, yellow. I wanted to have a very Disney-like atmosphere, mood, anyways. And that's it. I also don't pay too much attention on the details, though it is important. Let me just explain to you. I have a very keen eye on each detail, yet I don't put too much pressure on myself for the thing I'm struggling with, like drawing hands or drawing feet or drawing perfectly hair and stuff like that. So I allow myself to make mistakes and to be imperfect in my process, but it doesn't mean that I don't put efforts in my drawings. It's just that I don't like being stuck on things that I don't manage, that I don't master. Instead of just stress. My God, I'm very struggling with English right now. So instead of like stress. My God. Instead of blaming myself for not being good enough, I try to accept that I'm not perfect, that I make mistakes, and that I just need to work a little harder next time and learn things that I don't master. Yeah, that's it. My philosophy is that as long as you put something from yourself, something from you in each thing you do, everything should be alright. I'm just a human, I make mistakes and I'm not perfect. I think I've said everything I wanted to say. I really feel like I want to be more consistent on my social media, namely on YouTube, with this kind of video. As I told you, I am quite a very introvert person, so I find it difficult to open up and to show my word. And yeah, but I think this kind of video can help, and we're just at the beginning of the new year, so I think it's the right time to do so. Yeah, let me know what you think, if you like this kind of videos, so I can plan more in the future. Yeah, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed my digital process on Rapunzel. I wish you a very nice week, very creative week, etc. etc. Yeah, sending you kisses from Madagascar, not the movie, but the island, the true island. And see you next time, very soon, I hope. Yeah, bye.